Sounds crazy, but we're going to be looking at alien imagery and Renaissance era art.
Of this artwork. Is it bizarre or does it look like just like normal?
This is going to be the least alien one?
Yes, this is the least alien.
Yeah.
Like, did they know that this laser beam was going to be hitting this young woman? They had to build like a hole in the wall?
Alien imagery or just normal Christian, what's the word, iconography or something?
Either going from heaven to the head or from the head up to heaven, we're not quite sure.
I'm going to go yes. I think they're trying to illustrate something that they did not understand that they perceived.
That's a good point, too. That's a really good point.
That's interesting.
That's a great point. Hey, everybody. Super excited to have this podcast today. We have a treat for you today. We have some guests, a super fun topic. But before we do, I have to do my 10 seconds of self-promotion here. So what, about a week and a half or so ago, somebody tried to assassinate President Trump. And then a few days ago, when we're recording this, Joe Biden just dropped out of the race. And then today, apparently, Kamala is going to be the heir apparent. If you're just sick of all of that and you just want to read something fun, I recommend the Lucifer Project and Lucifer Project Mysterion. Super fun fictional story about alien first contact. So you can get the hard copies on Amazon. You can get the ebooks just about everywhere. With that said, I want to do some introductions. To my right here, our good friend Lamar, and to his right, our good friend Ben. Lamar, how's your day going?
My day is going great. Wonderful end to the day.
Awesome.
Wouldn't have it anywhere else.
Awesome. Ben, how about you?
Man, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is fun.
This is great. What are we doing today? We are going to be looking at, I know it sounds crazy, but we're going to be looking at alien imagery and Renaissance era art. Sounds insane,
yeah.
But you'd be surprised to know that there are a bunch of pieces of art out there that have some stuff that you gotta, kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit. So we're asked these two gentlemen to come in and get some other eyes on it, just besides Tricia and I. And of course, sorry, babe, not to leave you out.
Yes.
I almost left you out.
I'm here. I'm here too. I've been in all the podcasts so far.
I'm in trouble now.
Yes. You dug that hole.
Yes, I sure did.
So then.
Well, let's see if we can get out of it. So that's our goal today. Our goal today is to look at, I believe it is 9 pieces of art.
Okay.
And we, as a group, are going to decide,
wow,
is there something there? Is there like alien imagery in this thing? Or no, it's just normal stuff. Maybe it's a little weird and out there, but it's just normal. So we're just going to each give our opinions. And Tricia, I'm going to hand it off to you. Why don't you describe how things are going to go today?
Okay.
Right.
So John has printed out some artwork for you both.
Oh, wow.
And so you can, I know, Ben, you said you saw some of it.
Yeah, I was looking over somebody's shoulder one day.
Right, okay.
Yes.
So you have a tiny bit of, some understanding of this or some sight. Lamar, you're fresh eyes
I'm
on
blind.
this.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Are just fresh eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe each piece for anyone that is listening on the podcast. But this is the thing. You have to see these. You have to see these. So if you are listening, you're unable to look at your screen right now, go to theluciferproject.com and you'll find under the blog. What's the blog title? Do you
Alien
remember?
imagery and Renaissance era art.
Nice.
You can't
Okay.
miss it.
Just put that in the search engine. You'll find it.
You'll get right there.
You'll find it on the website, and you'll be able to see the same images that we're looking at. And we'll also have them up on the screen for you today. So we're going to start with the first image, and I'll describe it. This is a beautiful image. I actually said to John, I would hang this in my house. I think it's kind of cool. I like the colors, but it looks to me
These
like...
are demonic images, and you said you would hang them?
No, they're not demonic. They might have alien stuff.
Yeah, I was like,
Interesting.
I wasn't let it go, but...
I've been to the house, but I ain't been in that room. So I don't know where they.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna pray over this water. We make the holy water. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Tricia. You go ahead.
No, it's okay. I like that. You're keeping me honest. Okay, so this looks. I don't even know if I can describe it. It almost looks like something you would see in like Italy or ancient like Rome, and it's really pretty buildings. There's like an alleyway here in this building, and then there is a woman I'm assuming this is Mother Mary, Jesus's mother, then she's like knelt down in a room. But what's interesting is up in the sky, it looks almost like a disc or something, and then like a laser beam shooting through a building onto her head.
wow.
There's like a dove above it, and it's shooting. What do you guys think of this artwork? Is it bizarre, or does it look like just like normal?
Full disclosure, we're starting off with a more benign one. Okay, this is probably the least alien of the stuff.
This is going to be the least alien one?
Yes, this is the
one with
least alien.
Yeah.
So okay, Ben, let's start with you.
Yes.
Okay, so Ben, obviously you see the flying saucer-esque disc up
Right.
in the sky,
Right.
but you could also argue that's maybe clouds. It's shooting a laser beam down into Mary's head. What are your thoughts?
Well,
I mean,
so-
is
yeah,
there
so-
anything alien in here?
Okay, so like when I look at this, my reaction is like the thing in the sky, right? Like it's circular, so UFO disc. I don't know. Is it an opening in the clouds? So that catches my eye.
Sure.
It is the straight. This is look at all the detail.
It's gorgeous,
in this.
isn't it?
I mean, there's pattern and scroll work in the stone, but then there's this diagonal line coming out of the sky.
Yep.
That's what catches me more than the circular thing. It's I mean.
Yeah, it goes right through a wall.
Yeah, it's like a little mouse hole.
Yeah.
Right.
So like they built it. Like did they know that this laser beam was going to be hitting this young woman? They had to build like a hole in the wall to.
Okay, the imagery is phenomenal, but I do see in the bottom left, if there are 4 quadrants, well, I guess
Okay.
quadrants means 4, but the bottom left, you have the 2 people speaking with each other.
Yep.
I want to say one of them has a set of wings.
You know
Am I
what?
saying that?
You just segued me perfectly to.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to tell
awesome.
you the name of this artwork now. Okay, let me give you the
Yep.
history of it because you just described it perfectly.
All right.
So this one is called "The Annunciation with Saint Amidius." The artist was Carlo Crivelli. It's from 1486. This one currently resides in the National Gallery of London. That person with the wings coming out is supposed to be Gabriel, the angel Gabriel,
What year did you say this was?
1486.
1486.
So yeah, so that's supposed to be an angel. Next to the angel is supposed to be the Saint Amidius. I'm not sure who that is, right? And that is in fact supposed to be Mary.
Okay.
And of course, you know, we see the imagery of the dove in the laser beam. People often say that's a sign of the Holy Spirit, right?
Right.
The dove is a Holy Spirit
Right.
from Scripture. So
Like usually when you see light, I mean, I'm not an art like guy, like a scholar.
Sure.
But I feel like most of the times when you see light, and certainly like in a spiritual type of rendering, like it's usually like in rays, like an array, like it
Yeah.
goes from narrow to wide. It's how defined this line is that's so unusual, and I assume we're looking at it because it's unlike other artwork of the period, right? Like,
Sure.
I mean, it stands out in its uniqueness. I presume. I've never seen anything like that replicated in art, and it's so interesting. Like, you know, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
no shame in my game. I'll watch a little TV every now and again, but like you hear about like these directed lights that people see in places. I'm fast forwarding to today, right?
Right,
So my
right.
mind just goes to that place. I'm like, have there been phenomena like that we're just now seeing because of the media, the way we consume it on TV? That they were experiencing in some way. Like, did somebody one day, at some point in time back in the 1400s, see something projected out of the sky, presume it to be divine or something,
Right.
and then to figure out, I have to capture that. Like, that blows my mind.
That is such
Yeah.
an awesome observation that you made, Ben. Wait until you see some of the other art.
babe, alien imagery or just normal Christian, what's the word, iconography or something?
I'm gonna say it's just kind of a artist mindset, not
to see
too
here.
much to see here.
All right.
Except I do see that Heinz pickle and the
Yes, there is a pickle down
bottom represent.
I did see that representing right there.
You said it was a cucucber though, right?
That is a
Oh,
cucumber.
peanut.
Yeah, there was some.
What's a peanut?
There's what
I thought
people
it was
say
a
all those
peanut
things
too
mean.
when I first saw it.
That's a big peanut, dude.
Well, that's why I kept it on the inside until.
All right, Ben, what's your opinion?
All right, so I want to answer your question, but I got to ask a question to answer it. When you say alien imagery, like define what you mean by alien. 'Cause I know how I know what I think, but I like help me how. I don't want to put it in a slot that's not what you mean.
Yes.
Well, I don't know that I have an answer to that question other than just I'm completely caught off guard. This doesn't look natural in any way, shape, or form. Then I'm going to call it alien imagery.
Got it.
I guess that's as good as the answer as any of that question.
I'm going to go yes. based on that definition.
Alien.
That it's unusual.
Something unusual happened.
They are trying to, I think they're trying to illustrate something that they did not understand that they perceived.
Awesome. Lamar, how about you?
I agree 100% with Ben. This is not human, therefore it is alien. I mean, a random dude with wings and a beam either going from heaven to the head or from the head up to heaven. We're not quite sure.
That's a good point, too. That's a really good point.
That's
Definitely.
interesting.
That's a great
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the benign one. We're going to have some fun today.
Oh, yeah.
All right, babe. Roll us on to the next one.
Okay, I feel like I'm being punked just trying to describe these things. Like this.
Just get to the little people.
Okay. So the next one is the crucifixion, right? Right in the center of the art. There's some people on either side, but what's most interesting is up on the top left, there is like what looks like a little like spaceship or meteor or something like that with like, I don't know if it's like light or wings or it has a tail. I don't know what's going on, but there's like a little person inside of it. On the top right, there's like another being. This one, you said it looks like a spaceship. And I agree. It kind of looks like there's another person in it. It's a little odd because his head is turned totally backwards, but it looks a little more encapsulated, but there's a sharp point, and then there's 3 protrusions or whatever going out the other way. So I don't know how else to describe this artwork.
Okay, so this one's called the Crucifixion. It's inside a monastery today in Kosovo.
Okay.
And so obviously the things that draw your attention are just the little spaceships in the corners. You got the one in the left-hand side, one could argue maybe it's an asteroid, I don't know. And the one on the right-hand side, it's going the opposite, assuming it's going to the right, so therefore it's not an asteroid. I don't know, it looks like a spaceship to me. So, Lamar, we're going to start with you on this one.
Yeah.
Where are you on this? Like, what draws your attention? What are you thinking?
I'm saying definitely alien, and the dude with the head backwards, you think he's flying to the right. I think he's facing forward.
You think he's going to the left?
Yeah, because why
Like
would he be
there's a
facing
spike?
backwards?
I
Why
don't
would he be
know.
looking backwards if he's going the other way?
Well, his head's twisted around one way or the other, so.
Well, we're thinking maybe
His
G-force,
body's
maybe
going
G-force.
one way and his head's
He's
going
looking-
the other way.
Yeah, so definitely something going on there. I thought meteorite until I saw your call-outs. So maybe it is a spaceship going so fast, the heat coming off the ship gives off the rays.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, this is a real painting.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
This is a real painting.
I would have said meteorite until like you
see the
pointed out
people.
that there's little people inside.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
There's little people
Passages,
piloting these
right.
things. Yeah. So, Ben, what's your 2 cents on
Yeah,
this?
I mean, it's interesting, right? Like everything you guys said. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going back to like in the Bible where it talks about like he fell like a star from heaven. And I'm like, oh, so maybe that's like what they're trying to capture in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. And then I just go to like, okay, what can be explained naturally, right? Like we talked about asteroids and comets and, shooting stars, like
Yeah.
things they might not fully understood. But okay, if it's that, I never looked at a shooting star and thought, I wonder what the guy driving that thing's doing. You know what I mean? Like, why did they make
Maybe
the
they
connection?
thought that.
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
just
Like,
going
you
there.
take the person
Burning
out of it,
up.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, shooting star,
Yep.
big deal.
Yeah.
He's
You
burning
put a
up.
person in it,
Yep.
and I'm like, nah.
Yep.
Like, why?
So, full disclosure,
here-
there's another piece of art we are not going to get into today. It has the exact same thing. Up in the corners, there's people flying little spaceships.
Same artist?
No, totally different.
What time
kidding.
period is this again?
This one we don't know.
We don't
they don't
know?
know the time period on this one, yeah.
Maybe during the time period they did think a shooting star
Had
was
little
just-
people in
Being
it?
piloted
Yeah.
by somebody, yeah.
All right, guys. Tricia, your final, so we can keep moving on here. What do you think? Alien imagery or no? Oh, hold on. Before we do, I'll tell you what the people say the artist meant. Of course,
Okay.
Oh,
we
yeah,
know
that's
that that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to be
what do they
accurate.
know?
But
Yeah.
if you look this up on the internet, they're going to say that those are the representations of the sun god and the moon god, hence the red and the
okay.
white. Okay, and there's little
Yes.
people inside that represent the god. I challenge that myself because why? This is Christian artwork.
Yeah.
Why would they paint a sun god
God.
and a moon god on a Christian artwork of the crucifixion? That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense to me, but I'm also not the artist. So there you go. So,
Yeah.
okay, now.
But we do know there was like some, like an early Christianity in Rome. There was like some crossover with like
Oh, sure.
paganism entering into the church. So since we don't know the time frame in this. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be the skeptic here. I'm thinking maybe it is the sun god and the moon god, and they're
Nothing
trying
to see here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot to see here
You know,
spiritually.
I tell you.
But I don't know if I'm seeing alien. Let's
Okay.
just say that.
All right.
Let's just say that. Yeah.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, I don't feel like alien on this one necessarily unusual, but I feel like I can come up there's other
ways.
thoughts that they kick around.
Get there.
Laser beam through a dove to a lady in a house.
Yeah,
I'm struggling.
the first one
I'm
was definitely
struggling.
worse.
All right.
I'm struggling.
Yeah.
So, Lamar, what do you think?
No,
What
I'm
do
with you
think?
guys.
Okay.
I'm with the public. I think I can buy sun god and I can buy moon god. I can see that. Each
Okay.
god controlling each element. Them thinking the sun rotates at that time period. I can see that.
So from my perspective, we're not going to get into it today, but there's some Sanskrit writings about these things are called like Vishnari, and we'll do maybe a podcast on them at some point in the future. And I'm sure I'm butchering the names right now, but it talks about these guys getting into their ships and flying around and blasting the planet with weaponry of unbelievable power that's evaporating people, and they're flying spaceships. So I'm going alien on this one.
Oh, okay.
Right. An
Good.
alien.
Cool.
To start, what is that called?
Well, it's in Sanskrit.
Oh, Sanskrit,
It's
okay.
an ancient language,
It's
and
Sanskrit, got
but
it.
I don't have that. We're not doing it today. Maybe it'll
Okay.
be another fun day.
The next image, it looks like they're in the desert or something, and it is definitely what I'm going to assume, Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist. And up in the sky, there's like this disc coming down, and then like 4 lights coming from that.
If this was a game show
there
and we had a
dive up
buzzer,
there?
Yes.
I am slapping the buzzer. Alien.
Alien. Here we go.
Alien, 100%.
Like I
Let's-
just scored a point.
Yes.
Yep.
So what do you guys? Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
what
going right
makes
to
it-
alien. What do you guys see?
Definitely alien. How'd you get the baptism of John the Baptist and Jesus from looking at the picture? Or do you have some
I might have
context?
cheated.
She may
I might have cheated on that
because
one.
it's called
The title.
the title is called Baptism of Christ.
We took the titles out for you too.
Yeah, you guys don't get to see that because I don't want to.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
see anything about Jesus here.
the artist.
Whatever. I
is-
just knew that. I mean, clearly that's what
Yeah,
I
you're
see. It's
super
like the
smart.
Jordan River right there.
Yeah,
Can't you see it?
the
So this is
flying-
from 1710. And it looks like there was a. I'm assuming this is a Dutchman, Art de Gelder, 1710.
It is that straight line lights again that
Yeah.
throws
They
me
really
off.
draw you with
That
those
is-
beams. Yeah.
Like back to the first one. That is so stinking interesting to me.
Yep. So I'll tell you what draws my attention on this one. The disc in the sky on this one, unlike that first one with the laser beam on the first one, where it's more like you could see like rings and almost like clouds, maybe going different directions. This one has got. There's a thickness. If you look at the top of the ring going
Almost
around there,
looks
there's
like a
actually look
quarter.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it's
A
got a
physical-
quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
right.
got
Yeah.
thickness there. So
Right.
I don't know what that could else be, but a crap. That's not a hole in the clouds. That's a
Oh, right.
something
And what
there.
it looks like there's a kind of a speck or an artifact
Yeah,
in the
I
middle. What
I
do you-
Yeah.
try to zoom in. I don't know if that is like just something with the painting that got damaged
Oh,
over
gotcha.
time,
Okay.
or if that is some.
Kind of got like a bird profile.
Yeah, it
I
does.
think it's another dove.
You think it's a
It
dove?
does
pretty sure
look
it's
like
not
a
that.
That's what I was
dove
wondering.
to me.
I kind of see hologram. It's being
Oh, that's a good one.
shot down from the disc, and it's showing those people that are around it or a story or something.
Oh,
I
there
see
you
hologram
go.
being come down. See how
It
the
does
people
kind of look like
that's
that with the
blurry?
4 lights are kind of
Yeah.
setting the
Yeah,
outside
sure.
of it.
Sure.
And
encompassing the Jesus and John the
Wow.
Baptist, I guess we're calling it. Yeah, I see yeah.
That's a cool perspective. Never thought of that before.
Am I crazy? What do you think? There, Big Ben.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, and they're kind of look a little bit washed out.
Yeah, like-
That's so cool. All right.
That is cool.
I think I already hear an alien and an alien.
Yes, alien.
Yeah,
I'm going alien on this one. I'm full in on alien. I just don't
I know.
understand how you
I-
make that disc with thickness. How about you, babe?
I think it's like a gender thing or something.
You're just like nothing. You see here.
Well,
again.
no, there's definitely something to see here, but I just wonder, like back in the 1700s or something, if like the idea of representation of God was like a circle or something. So I don't know, but it's interesting.
Hey, what's the exact title of the painting again?
It's just called the Baptism of Christ.
Oh, so it is of Christ. Okay.
And it's from
okay.
1710.
Okay, 1710 of Christ. Okay, I just want to.
Okay,
All right. Well,
let's go to the next
Tricia's
one.
ruining all of our fun. No.
No, it's okay.
No,
That's all right.
no.
We'll see if we get her on the next one.
I'm still hologramming.
The next one Ben has never seen.
Oh, wow.
This one's new. It's not even on our website yet because this one just came out yesterday. That I found it yesterday, and this one's crazy. So go ahead and describe that one, babe.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
This is odd. You're going to have to go and find this on the internet. I guess you said it's
I'll
not
put
on
it
the
on our
website.
I'll get it out.
Okay, or you need to go back. If you can't see it, you have to go back to this podcast and see the image that we're showing. There's a sun right in the sky, has a face on it. Behind the sun is like kind of like two arches, and then it's just like chaos in the sky. You got like, it looks like, what is that game?
Jacks.
Remember
that,
yeah,
like,
like
marbles
the
and
jacks,
jacks?
with like,
Right.
and
Yeah,
the
marbles and
marbles. It
jacks.
just looks like marbles and jacks all over the place, and then it looks like broken, like wood, just shattered, just chaos on the. I guess it could be cannons too,
Cannons is
because
where my mind's going.
yeah, because on the bottom it looks like there's like smoke and cannon fire. I have no idea what this black like arrow thing on like almost like the bottom just above this city and this town. It's really bizarre.
It's super bizarre.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It'll make sense when I tell you what this thing is, but I don't want to tell you yet. So Lamar, you're starting on this one. What do you like? Does anything jump out at you on this one before I tell you what it is?
No, the only thing that jumps out is the sun with the face, which represents some kind of god or entity, I would think. But the whole picture is pretty odd, so I can't say anything jumps out because everything jumps out, which makes everything normal.
Yeah,
right?
it's a busy picture, right?
Very busy.
Okay, let me tell you guys what this is. So this is not actually a painting. I think it's more like a 1561. So it's like a newspaper, if you will, from 1561. It's called the Celestial Phenomenon over Nuremberg. So apparently on April 14th, 1561, there was a report of a dreadful apparition that occurred above the city. There was an aerial battle between objects shaped like globes and objects shaped like crosses. And this is the report of that.
Wow.
And you notice the cannons on the bottom shooting up.
You're saying it's like a newspaper clipping type of a thing.
Kind of
thing,
Like
yeah,
it was
exactly,
Somebody
right.
trying to report an event.
Exactly.
Wow.
And there was apparently a battle above Nuremberg of spheres and crosses going at it. And nobody knew what the heck down at the city below, what the heck this was all about. And so this comes from that.
It's alien. I'm
Well,
giving
she's
my
in.
Well, that's
yeah.
Now Tricia wants to play along.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
right.
This is, I'm totally sold. This is something that they witnessed.
Can you just talk about Skinwalker Ranch again, please? Because I know
Yeah.
you want to do it. Just say it.
I don't want to give away too much. I won't, because it doesn't, they don't know what's going on, Skinwalker
Yeah,
Ranch.
go for it. I'm fine.
But they keep on seeing these like globe type things in the sky, like spheres. That's exactly what this reminds me of.
Yep.
It's just all over the place.
Okay.
There was one episode with a helicopter pilot. Remember, he had that night vision on, and he's like, "They're all over. They're flying around." Like, like he's flying the helicopter, and he said there's just spheres that he can see in the night vision, like. Choo, 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 choo.
Are they playing actual audio of the guy, like the helicopter pilot?
Yeah, he's like talking about it, and he's describing what he's seeing, but they didn't get any. It wasn't on video or anything
wow,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
And
Oh, wow.
that's what I think he saw. This
Okay.
picture right here.
Yeah. So obviously, who knows? But okay,
don't
so
know
we have
what-
alien down there. So Lamar, how about you?
Yeah,
What are you seeing?
I was going to lean towards non-alien, but now with what Tricia said and the fact that this is an illustration of what people saw, I am wondering what the spheres and what the crosses were. So I'm going to go alien because in 1500s, I'm not sure what it possibly could have been.
Yeah, right. I mean, unexplained aerial phenomenon.
There's a lot.
Absolutely.
There's a whole lot of
And
stuff.
I love this one's so interesting, just the contrast from the other ones, because the other ones are maybe a bit unnerving, not knowing what's going on. This is alarming, right?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause It's
Yeah.
like something was seriously happening
Yep.
that had their attention.
Enough that they were clearly firing their own cannons from the city up into the
Right.
sky, trying to stop whatever it was going on.
I'm
Yeah,
the
I
history
wanna-
guy, but like the history of flight, like there
What is
wasn't
this?
wasn't happening.
Exactly
Like,
right.
this is way out of its time period.
Yeah, and what weather event could cause spheres and crosses to go at it?
Yeah,
and
right.
would cause them to react by attacking back from the ground.
Sure.
Potentially,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Meanwhile, there was something in the water. The whole town was like hallucinating. They were.
Somebody poured some LSD into the well.
Exactly. They were just hallucinating together.
Mushrooms, mushrooms in the soup. We're gonna.
Oh my gosh! All right, so I think we're all going alien on that one. There's definitely something up.
Aliens.
All right.
I like that.
All right, babe. Lead us into the next one.
Okay, so the next one, this one you clearly have like there's a circle at the top. And inside the circle, it looks like a rendition of Jesus and maybe Mary next to him. I'm assuming, I have no idea, because you have the Pope underneath, and he's got like what looks like to be I think it's a hoe.
Or a hockey stick.
Or a hockey stick, but like it's backwards. And then right underneath like Jesus and Mary, there's like, it looks like a cloud it kind of looks like a cloud. It's like a disc with like a lumpiness, and then there's other disc underneath it. And then there's people. And there's this guy in the back that has no pants on.
No, I just looked at him. I'm like, what is going on with that
I saw
guy?
him first, which is weird.
That is pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Y'all are concerning me.
Do you see the person next to him has no head?
Yeah.
It's just like a floating body.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
They probably took his pants.
Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the name of this because you'll understand exactly what this is supposed to be when I tell you the name. So, besides the guy with no pants and the Pope carrying a hockey stick, I don't know. Does anything draw your eyes here?
Right. There's like this like cookie underneath Jesus and Mary, but there's dozens of them in the sky.
Yes.
Which.
And then the fluffy part upside down. Shouldn't the fluffy part be down?
Right. Well, and when have you ever seen
Right.
clouds
Yeah,
come in even spacing in lines?
Symmetrical,
like that,
man.
right?
I know.
Like, how do you get other details so right?
Right.
And then you blow it on the clouds?
Exactly.
Right? Like, that feels intentional. They're
Yeah.
trying to simulate something in the sky.
Right.
Yep.
Because you can't, you know what I'm saying? Right? Like,
Absolutely.
you can't do something else.
Yeah, it's like
the rest of it can't be
Independence Day.
so good.
Yeah,
But then,
man.
we'll just happy cloud, happy cloud, happy cloud, happy cloud,
Right.
happy cloud, happy cloud, and not put any time into it.
Kindergarten, I was drawing better clouds than this.
That's right.
100%.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. So this one's called. This is going to be interesting because I think the name kind of takes you away from what you're really seeing.
Okay.
The name is called "The Miracle of the Snow" by Marcelino de Pinicale. I don't know.
Snow.
1428. Apparently, it snowed in Jerusalem, and this is supposed to be a paint. That's why he's got like the hoe or the hockey stick or whatever, and that white thing by the Pope is supposed to be the snow, and theoretically, those clouds are representing those clouds that were over Jerusalem when the snow came. I personally am not buying it.
I don't buy it.
That looks like an alien invasion fleet to me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
like Independence Day and Will Smith and the aliens. are about to come
Exactly.
through.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I thought.
We should watch that.
Yeah. You got that long line
Yeah.
on the right side of the painting. Just kind of, there's like, 7 or 8 of them in a row there.
Right.
Like clouds do not look like that. Like you said, when we were when we were kindergarten, we're painting better clouds than this, right, Lamar? So,
100%.
For sure.
something seems up with this.
Do we? Is that a real event? Do we know? Was there
Apparently,
snow?
yeah, I think
Was
it
there
was
real
happening.
snow?
Yeah, I think it's real.
But the snow is all incongruent on the ground anyway. It's not snowfall. It's like a
Yeah, it's got a shape to it,
yeah. It
doesn't
does
it?
a shape to
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, it's almost like the Pope is like using that tool he has, to almost like shape it. If you look at it,
Yes.
it's like on one side it looks real, defined, but then on the other side where he's standing, it's still,
Yes.
just kind of out of order.
Or is whatever that white thing was it a very defined shape, and the Pope is trying to obscure it?
Oh, it's like, yeah, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what I see.
I'll tell you what I do when it snows is I wear pants, and I'm concerned about the fellow in the back.
I think his
You bring a
legs
good
look
point.
great.
For it to be super cold, you're right.
Yeah.
Nobody's dressed for the time. Is that a little pyramid in the back, right?
Yeah, Tricia,
Is that a pyramid on the hump?
Yeah.
It does look like one,
little-
doesn't it?
There's like a, there's
It's
like
a
a
narrow
there's
pyramid?
two
This
things.
almost
You got-
looks
you got
like a
mound going
camel,
on,
but-
and then you got like a really
Defined, sharp, pointy.
Something going on there,
And there's
yeah.
an exit
Yeah.
there. It's like a gate.
right, probably
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
the
but it
wall.
is really weird because you're right. Like when I zoom in here, maybe zooming in is cheating a little bit,
No,
but
no.
No, it's not.
it's like, look at that. Like the clouds go do 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 do. Like you said, they almost look like
Right.
ships.
To me, it looks to me like a mothership. You have the big, giant mothership, and then you see there's one little like cloud kind of just
Yes.
coming out of the bottom. It's almost like it's launching
You're right.
this fleet of smaller saucers.
Yes.
And they're like invading Israel. I know I heard myself.
Too soon.
But
Yeah, too
Well, it's
soon.
definitely
Too
not
soon.
snow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Too soon.
Well, everybody else has.
Everybody else picking on them. Go ahead, John. Why don't you go ahead and pile on?
Ow. But yeah, that's what I see. I don't know. So my vote is definitely alien here.
I'm definitely
Something's
alien.
wrong.
I'm definitely alien. Ben, where you at?
He's still looking at the
that's
dude
right.
with no pants.
Well, they have no pants.
When you say it like that,
But they're snowing. Listen, my man. Listen. And they have no shoes on. None of them.
no, I know.
It's not snowing. It's not winter. There's nothing going.
I don't know.
I'm with
I
John.
don't want to
There's
be the
no
guy
way.
that's like, I'd have drawn it this way if I was trying to capture snow, but there's no snow falling.
Yep.
Barefoot?
Right? Like, it's just interesting.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That definitely is not like snowflakes
Yeah.
or something. Should we move on?
I haven't heard Ben's vote.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
real like I feel
Sorry,
like I
here,
should
move
vote
back.
no.
You could vote
because
no on
I've
this
only
one.
voted yes so much, and I don't want the general public to think like this guy's
man.
a sucker.
Tell
to
the
fall
truth.
for anything.
Tell the truth and shame
I'm
the
just
devil, man.
saying.
Come on.
All right, he's going no. How about you,
It's
Ben?
not a snowstorm I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know what? I believe the artist saw something, whether in a dream or in reality, that they were trying to conceal kind of what they saw in clouds, quote unquote. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Dude, it is the bottom of a spaceship. Look, hold up. It is look at this rascal right here. It's like a little bell of a ship, and it's connecting to the bottom.
That is true.
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah,
That
And
is
they're
true.
just looking at the little window. Hey, these are my
It
people.
does.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
does
this is
look
the
like
the
that.
cloud
Or
is the
this is
bottom.
the original patent for a snow globe.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. That's definitely
This guy's
snow
like,
globe.
"That's
That's,
an idea
that's
for
good.
A decoration. Grandmas are
It's
gonna
true.
love it.
You don't believe me now? What's going to happen in 450 years? They're just going to shake it and pay lots of money for it. And
Watch, Pope's gonna be like snow everywhere.
All right, babe, take us on.
Oh gosh. Okay, the next one is full of bright colors, which is
Good
really
ones
nice.
are coming up, guys.
Yes.
The good ones are coming.
these have
have been good.
These have been good.
Again, these are difficult. So at like the picture, it has a woman and she is like cranking like a wheel. I don't know if that's like something like for wheat or whatnot. And there's people like kind of walking towards her, but then you go up on this like rocky side, and you can't help but notice this orb flying right in the middle of the sky, and it looks like a ball of some sort with, I don't know, it's like decoration or something on it, and then there's these other weird like light things all around it in the sky, kind of like with like rays of light shooting out of it. And there's a guy up on the hill that's looking at this orb, and he's kind of like,
Yeah, he's clearly
you know,
scared.
like, what is that?
right.
So I don't know how else to describe that.
What are you guys seeing in there?
The Oompa Loompa is definitely scared.
Yeah,
Top right.
He's definitely scared. Yeah,
But
he's
I
looking
think-
at it with fear.
And as this guy running, there's the young lady is spinning the wheel. Then there's a gentleman with a blue thing, and then right behind him is a guy.
Yeah, he's definitely.
His
Those
head-
are kinda going
they're running,
away.
and one guy's looking back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
let me get up out of here.
You got that
Alien.
big sphere. That's
And
clearly
the
not
sphere
the
is kinda
sun.
hanging.
That is not the
That's-
sun. I mean, it's
That's
got all
alien.
kind of
No, it's
decoration
definitely
on it.
Right.
Definitely
and
alien.
then you got all those lights that are all flat on top, shooting beams. They're all shooting
Yes.
straight
Yeah,
down.
almost the
like a
giant orb
fleet.
in the middle almost makes me think like the artist was like, so you got all these little yellow things that are kind of like, they'd be like if the orb was flat, and it's like, it's almost like he saw underneath one. It's like, I gotta capture that. So that was
Oh,
kind
I
of
see
like
what you're
turned
saying.
down. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha.
Because
Yeah.
it stands out. It's like almost like it's photoshopped in, right? Like it's just this
Gotcha.
weird thing. That's what I'm imagining. It's like,
okay,
yeah, they
yeah.
saw something. He picked up some sort of intricacy on the bottom. It's like, I just got to turn one of them sideways so you can
See what-
Okay.
what all these other little yellow things are.
Oh, I
And
see
yeah,
what you're
man, they're
saying.
just scared. It looks
I
like there's
see what you're
I see a lot of
saying.
fear.
It's
Does
a
that make sense?
call-out.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'm describing it well.
Yeah.
but-
No, it's a call out from the rest of these. Oh, I'm with you on that, Ben.
So what I saw more was like the Death Star. So I mean, I'm just showing
Yeah,
my
yeah.
age, I suppose. But
that's
you know,
so
Death
good.
Star with a
Death
bunch
Star.
of ships around it.
That's
How about you,
good.
Lamar?
No, I definitely thought these other lights were different ships. I never looked at it from Ben's perspective.
Yeah,
About
me
the flip
neither.
over, but the sphere is definitely alien, for my opinion. Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out the young lady here what's going on with the whale.
I don't know if there's anything for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's by the way, I
Do
can't.
we have a name? What's the background?
We do. It's all in French, so I'm going to butcher it. So I couldn't even tell you. But so I don't even know what it means, honestly. But I just know it's 1430. It was
1430.
What's
painted.
going on in the 1400s?
I know, seriously.
A lot of them explain. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like the 1500s is the start of like westward expansion in a serious way, like civilized societies moving to more uncivilized places. So it's interesting to me that all this even predates that type of massive movement, right? Like, so interesting.
I don't know.
Walking, settling other places, eating the mushrooms.
Could be. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Babe, we're going to go with you on this one. What do you think? Alien? Not alien.
I'm just going to say, oh gosh, I'm going alien because it looks like a mothership and like a fleet.
Lamar?
Definitely alien. Mothership, fleet, Death Star, call it whatever you wish. Definitely.
Ben?
Yeah, I think so for sure. Like alien, I'm bought in on my idea. What's happening there in the sky?
Yeah.
These guys are scared.
Yeah.
You got guys leaving, and the only woman is this one at the wheel.
She's part of it, man.
That's what I was going to say.
I think she's
Some
part of
sort
it.
of visitation,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
There you go. I was going there as well. Like, she's part of
You
it.
guys are awesome.
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
She's part of it.
Yeah, and she's got her like finger pointed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who's next? You know, like.
Yeah.
You? Or
Wish
she's
I
mad
spoke
at that
French.
dude, 'cause that dude's trying to go up her dress. If she's his left foot, she's like,
Yeah.
man, what are you
Oh,
doing?
I do see that.
He kind of looks like he's in a defensive, like, I'm going to karate chop you,
Yeah.
like, position. Like,
Tricia, you say that, but my short dabbling with martial arts, you do see his right foot is turned perpendicular, and that is the
kinda planted.
position of being planted.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
See?
Okay, so the general consensus is we've got an alien shaped like a lady spinning a wheel for some reason with a
Wheel of
mothership
Fortune.
and a whole bunch of fighters all around her. Okay, great. All right. So let's move on.
Okay,
She's
next
granting
one.
wishes or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's a normal painting. It's clearly,
Except for Jesus being very buff.
it's a very buff baby Jesus.
Man,
Like,
you gotta-
real, like,
You gotta-
husky boy, you can sign him up for like the weightlifting competition. And then there's Mary over him, like
many
kind of
jokes.
blessing him. I know. And then there's like, I guess that would be a cherub or an angel, like with the baby. But over Mary's shoulder, it looks like her left shoulder, there is some kind of, it looks like it's zoomed in here and it looks like a amoeba, like with like
Right.
all kinds of like spikes coming out of it. And there's someone on the hill that's like looking up at it, like just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't know. What do you all think?
I know
What do you
that's an
think?
alien.
100%
That's an alien.
Tricia.
100%.
Wait, the guy looking up at it?
All of it.
There's no
Yeah,
doubt.
I mean, he's on his
Yeah.
way to see buff Jesus, and he gets.
Yeah, what's the point of having a
UFO
six-pack Jesus?
So this is the one that I felt like was 100% like we can have fun with a lot of these other ones. You know, who knows about the laser beams with the doves in them and stuff? Who knows? But that's a craft. And the artist is making a very specific point by hiding it a little bit, but then having that dude looking up at it with his eyes, like, you know, kind of the sun's kind of blocking his
Yeah, I wonder if
vision
that's
a little
even
bit.
part of it is like buff Jesus is meant to kind of like
Draw you
pull you
away.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like draw you out of that. But
Yeah. If you know how to spot an Easter egg, there it is. Like I just can't see
Right.
anything else but that being an
Easter
alien
egg's
craft.
a good word. That's
Yeah.
what that feels like.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So the last two are the crazy ones. And this next one, I want to get into a little bit of a conversation.
We're going to disregard the creepy goats in that picture?
Yeah, yeah. You know,
that looks
there's
pretty creepy.
Yeah, there's all kind of demonic stuff and all that in a lot of these, but
I just wanna
that's
make sure
fairly
you guys knew-
standard.
I just want to make sure you guys knew it was there. Especially if Trisha's going to be hanging some of these in the house.
You're not coming over for dinner?
I'm not visiting that room. I'll come for dinner. I will not be in that room with the holy water that I'm going to pray over.
You sank it to last.
Yep.
So it clearly looks like what I believe is Jesus and the Father, God the Father, Jesus at his right hand, and then there's a dove in between them, I'm sure representing the Holy Spirit underneath. And it looks like they're like in a cloud. There's some It looks like that might be a cherub around them. And then on the bottom, it looks like maybe some church, like some deity, or not deity.
Bishops and stuff down there.
Bishops, not
Temple.
I
deity.
don't think there's much to see down the bottom.
No, they're just in some kind of temple or church. And it looks like maybe there's an altar in the background, something like that. There's a lion down there. But the weirdest thing is right in between God and Jesus, below the Holy Spirit, they are holding on to, it looks like an orb with antennas, and I can say exactly what that looks like.
Let me jump in on this one because I think it'll just help guide.
Okay.
So it's called the Glorification of the Eucharist. It was painted in 1610.
Okay.
That orb that you see there in the middle with the two antennas kind of sticking out of it that they're holding onto was supposed to be the planet Earth. Okay, that was the design that was for the artist was supposed to paint Earth.
Okay.
What came out was not the Earth. If you look at you'll see metal plating.
That's what threw me.
Very clearly, you see metal plating on that
Yes.
sphere.
Yeah.
You'll see like the reflection of the sun. You'll see like a little thing that looks like almost like a camera
Yeah, that's what-
sticking out.
Right.
Yep. And so obviously this one looks just like Sputnik. So this one's actually
Yes.
called, even though like it's better known as the Sputnik of Montalcino or something like that. So
Okay.
So the church that commissioned this was angry when it got completed, and they made him redo the thing. And so there's two of this painting. One has the Earth. One has what appears to be Sputnik.
Yeah, definitely.
Did they give any explanation
Yeah,
like
what-
why?
There's no
record of
no record that I could find of why he painted Sputnik, as far
why
as
he
I'm
took so much
concerned.
liberty with the Earth.
Right. When you really zoom in on that globe, it's metal plates.
Oh yeah, you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the seam. You can see the seam.
Yeah, you can see the antennas.
in the seams
Yeah.
of
And then
each. Yeah.
I see you have a picture of Sputnik.
Yeah, I put Sputnik right next to it so you can see it.
So
Yeah.
isn't that
100%.
crazy?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, wow.
That is crazy.
So, Mo, this may not
What's the
be
date on
alien.
this one again?
What's the name?
The date.
Oh,
I'm
date.
sorry.
1610.
Okay.
So the conversation I'd like to have on this one, we only have one left to go. This one I find really fascinating just from maybe a spiritual perspective. It would appear to me this is so clearly Sputnik. And this was painted, 300 something plus
Yeah.
years before Sputnik, right? Did this painter have a vision of the future, and he decided that I'm going to paint what I saw? Because a lot of the other ones we talked about, did they see that in the sky? They didn't know what it was. They didn't know how to describe it, so they painted it with jacks and whatever else, right? This is the first one. I'm like, did something happen in the spirit realm where he had a vision of the future, this artist, and he painted it? And then the second follow-up to that would be, why on earth would that be God giving him a vision? Would that be the other side giving him a vision if that's in fact what's going on? So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts.
What would be let's work it backwards. What would be the point of God and Jesus holding the Sputnik? Are they controlling it, keeping it from falling, or are they just controlling it? I think we work backwards, then we kind of figure out, what's the purpose?
That is
and where it come
interesting.
from.
Yeah, they're
Well, again, it wasn't even supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be
he
the
saw
Earth.
it, right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Earth.
But he painted what he saw, which I agree with, because that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Can I? This is just coming to mind now. Do you think that this was like a representation of like, hey, we're all in a psyops, or what do they call that? What is it? Like a
Psyops?
Psyops. Yeah. Is that like a computer generation? Like we're all in like
Okay, like the
like
Matrix.
a Matrix, and they're like making
Oh,
out
it's like a big giant deja vu
we're in
moment
the-
for him.
yeah.
So maybe it
like,
is supposed to be the
yeah,
Earth.
because they're like tuning it in.
Ooh,
they're like,
maybe it is supposed to be the Earth.
you see
But
that?
he's telling us, hey, the Earth is
It's
mechanical.
mechanical and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like we're all like
Trish.
just robots. Like
And they're controlling us. They each have a.
Yeah, right.
oh, I see where you're going there. It's like a joystick. No, okay.
I see where she's going.
well, I mean, I'm not going there. This isn't something I believe. I just think this artist that I almost called crazy, but he might have, I don't know. He might have believed that,
Moving on. So
like that.
where do we land? Do you think this guy had a vision of the future? Do you think it was a deja vu moment? Do we think it's just happenstance? on this one.
I don't think it's happenstance. I think this is a situation where the artist saw something. He's like, oh, here's what I envision, and that's what he painted, and that's what he saw in his head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what they didn't know, right? Like back
Right.
when they were painting this, and so like, yeah, I mean, he understood the concept of what he was commissioned to do, and then something came to his mind,
Yeah.
to change it.
to make sense of it. You know what I mean? Like nobody knew that there weren't two sticks with Jesus holding on to one and God on the other at that time, spinning like they didn't know that. There's something that he saw that made that connection. Like I did paint the earth, right? Like I don't think he was probably like, I'm going to blow the commission and never get another project, right? Like,
all right.
I think he was like, that's what I saw. Something gave me that impression.
So it's a
works.
positive
Nature.
thing. It just he can
maybe.
only handle it the way he could handle it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He doesn't know space flight and all that. So
Right.
the Holy Spirit, something could have been showing him
Son, Holy Spirit.
something that looks like, he could have had a vision around something that looks like Sputnik and been like, oh, that must be how the Earth looks. I got it, priest or whoever paid him to do this, and I don't know.
So this is 1500. You said 16.
1610.
All right, so they already know the Earth is not flat. Yeah. A couple hundred years earlier, they figured out the Earth wasn't flat. Okay,
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah. I don't have any explanations for this one, but I just
No,
don't
it's
know.
definitely metallic.
I just feel like the guy had a vision of something somehow.
I agree. Yeah. Yes, that's a quicker way of saying what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Something gave him the impression this is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the risk of getting cut out, he did see something. There's a black dude in a pimp suit in the back right-hand corner of the bottom.
You're right.
Might get cut.
See, I didn't think I was allowed to say that.
I said it.
Oh, so you said
I figured that.
Talking about.
Do you have
Y'all
that
don't
out?
see him?
Y'all don't
Look
see
at me
the
trying to sneak out the back door.
Yeah, you don't see that guy trying to run out. He's like, man, I see aliens. I'm out of here.
He's like,
Dude, I was gonna say.
I think that's
I'm with you.
awesome.
Ben, I'm
he's
glad
like,
you saw it.
I don't gotta be fastest. I just gotta be faster than these white guys.
Exactly. I was like, dude, this guy's getting out of here.
Yeah,
Oh man. I
Oh,
like to-
babe, take us forward to our last one.
that's right. No, you're right.
I'm so glad you came. Diversity
I was
first.
like, yeah, I was like, hey. The man saw it there. I was like, hey,
I didn't even notice that.
yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Very last one. Of course, we're going way too long, aren't we?
Probably.
Okay. So there is like just an arch. It looks like clouds or smoke or something like that. There's a building. I don't know if it's a house or a church or something
Looks like
like
a church
that.
to me. You almost see like
Yeah, a
windows
church,
in there.
like-
Who knows?
Yeah, and then there's a clear what looks to be like a flying saucer right above it with like smoke coming out the one side.
This is Israel. Put your hope in the Lord. That makes total sense, doesn't it? And it is in a Dominican monastery in Romania. No one knows when it was painted.
Oh wow.
So, fellas,
That is funny because
is there anything but alien on this one?
it's all alien, but I saw stuff totally different than Tricia. It's weird. I see the flying saucer, but I see like a finger coming down, putting his finger on it. A fingernail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, okay.
And I also see the entire picture like an open mouth with the teeth facing you.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, you say it like that.
That's what I first saw.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I first saw.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
I think that might be just the curve of a
I
window
think
that
that's
it's
what it
painted
is.
within.
I think that's what
Yeah,
it is, but
yeah.
that's kind of, I don't know how much.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely, I agree. I'm alien on that one.
Does this one terrify anybody?
Yes.
This
Scary.
one
That's what-
terrifies
you
me.
see me-
Yeah.
That's why I was holding my chest. I'm like,
All I can see in this one is it at some point in time, and this was, I guess, of like Transylvania back in the day or whatever. So, like, clearly, to me, like, all I can see is an alien saucer crash landed into this building, and they painted it. I mean, that's like it's got smoke, like it's been damaged. I see what you're saying about the finger. I just think if we saw it live, I think it's clearly
I
smoke.
agree with you.
Yeah,
That's just where my brain went.
and yeah, it looks to me like this actually happened. I mean,
Yeah.
and what I don't know is that damage on the building, is that fire or is that actual damage to the painting? That I don't know,
right.
but it sure looks like
Yeah.
Looks like-
alien craft just came right down.
Oh, yeah.
But what makes me laugh is why on earth is this called Israel? Put your hope in the Lord. What does that have? Like, do you picture like some friar or something? It's like, I don't know what this thing is. Let's
Yeah.
let's call it Israel. Put your hope in the Lord.
Lord.
It's crazy.
Maybe put your hope in the Lord because this can happen to you. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't. That's about as far as I can go. This is a creepy picture, man.
Okay, guys.
This is unsettling.
This one.
This one's unsettling.
No,
me.
no doubt.
Yeah.
No
That's why I
doubt.
put it last, because this one's crazy.
It's disturbing.
Yeah. These last two, in fact, really. Go ahead. You had
No, because I even see it in the middle of a house. There's two holes. It looks like it's two holes with the long nose facing you.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
creepy little,
Oh, yeah.
little thingies. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, guys. So your final vote on this one, all and taken in full context. Do you believe that there was alien encounters with these artists over these periods of hundreds of years that we've just gone down? Do you think there was encounters, Lamar?
Yes, I think it was entirely possible.
Okay, Ben.
I go to like my journey with this has been this is like to this day people still have unexplained encounters and things, right? Like turn on Netflix, like find your show, it doesn't matter. Why would we think that's all new, right?
Yeah.
And so to the best of their ability trying to represent it, do I think that they had unexplained encounters and they tried to illustrate it in most of these cases? I think clearly they were trying to capture something that was traumatic to them.
Come on,
Awesome.
No doubt.
Tricia, how about you?
Yes, I agree. Now I believe I default to I believe they mostly saw these images in dreams, visions, but I also think that they saw them in the natural as well. I usually just go to whatever this is, whatever they saw was likely demonic of nature or some kind of deceiving nature, wanting to provoke fear.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Awesome. My feedback is with you guys. I feel like there's something here. There is something here. I don't know if it's in the spirit realm. I don't know if it's in the natural realm, but there is something to see here. And I think it's really fascinating. I don't, like you said, that what we've been experiencing the last 2 decades here with UFOs and UAPs, I think it's been going on for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Lamar, Ben,
This was
Tricia,
awesome.
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you for
so much. And please go to our website, go to the luciferproject.com to see all these images for yourself. I think you really enjoyed them. Thank you, everybody.